Welcome to Craig Back Zone.
Villanova, South Carolina, Hawaii, and then we actually had a rep come from Lynn. So I graduated from a very small private school. I actually went to school with Malcolm. Yeah, so I went to school with Malcolm. I graduated. My senior class was 47 people. So our running joke was that you can fit everyone's name on the back of a t-shirt. So 3 people from the grade before me actually went to Lynn. So a rep came and he was just like, da da da, gave us a spill. And his selling point was that every incoming class, like the freshman class, you get a cruise, like a booze cruise. So I was like, oh, this shit's right in my fucking alley. Like, cool. Yeah, come on, sign me up. So I got in, and my grandma, she lived in Tampa. So she was like, okay, I'll take you down. We'll do the visit. I had really no idea like what I was doing. Like the whole time. Now I understand like this isn't a fucking game anymore. Like this is real deal. So at that point, I was like, okay, let me get back in the house and da da da. And then like when I got cabin fever, Dolphins game, COVID. So big man upstairs is like, haha, I got you. Right. Like, yeah, right. Nice try.
What is it like to lose friends, not to like death, but to like, I don't know how to say it, like just cutting the cord? What is that vibe? Is that almost harder, or is that?
In the beginning, it was very hard, especially like the woman in particular I was speaking on, because like we were ride or die. Kind of like,
we've seen the whole growth of his career and everything, living in the spotlight. So what is your perception of like what's going on with him?
One, fuck Kanye. So I'm gonna just get out of the way first. He's a fellow Gemini, so it's hard for me to say fuck Kanye, but it's always fuck Kanye right now. I think it's tough because we all grew up on like College Dropout. He has unlimited hits, and it's tough because after seeing the documentary, seeing the impact that his mother had on him, and how much of a warrior and pretty much like a leader, a Black woman, a leader. It's rare in a lot of Black households that you have someone who is so very in your life and supportive of what you do. Like she was a teacher, so it wasn't like she was like, yo, you need to be in school. She can recite any freestyle that he was doing. Like she's making him like, yo, do you want to do this? I'm going to put you to do this. I'm going to be the best that you can do. And that when she was out of his life, you can kind of see the turn. And then he's getting on podcasts, calling Diddy a fed on Revolt. Like he's calling people feds and shit like that. And he's talking about he wasn't even, it's just, I think for a minute, he's always up to something, which is what I learned at the beginning. It was like when he's like a couple years ago, he was just up the antics, but then he's doing easy lines or I'm merging with Gap. So now I got a Gap line coming out. So I'm just kind of, get some headlines out there real quick for you so you can go in the stores. And then people at this point, like he's already so inundated in our lives with Yeezy, not even the music at this point, because a lot of people don't even know that it's the kids and shit like that who are part of this now. Don't fucking remember College Dropout. They don't remember I Wonder or fucking Good Morning or You're a Champion, Good Life with T-Pain in the club. You don't know what that did to you in Slims. So so it's just like at this point, you just know the shoes, the merch, and you know who he is as a brand. And I think he's trying to, his end game, he wants to be one of the biggest designers in the world. He wants to, Ralph Lauren, the fucking Tom Fords. He just got dropped by Balenciaga for his statements. Good for them. And I think that he's probably going to try to make a full 360 and try to come back to the Black populace and be like, yo, my bad, da da da. But, wearing White Lives Matter shirts to Gee, as a, what's the outrage marketing is, I think what he's, trying to accomplish. And I think that he's just not a good look right now.
You said you broke your jaw. What's the story behind that?
So I was leaving off the hookah. Let me preface with people who do not know me. I am a seasoned drinker. We're not going to say alcoholic. I am just a seasoned veteran of drinking. So Lynn, going to college, will do that to you. So this is actually during the Four Loko era, the original Four Loko era, before they changed everything. Before they stepped on all the ingredients and they gave you the remix version of it. This is the originals. I was in a room. This is actually my senior year, beginning of my senior year. I was in a room with a guy from the conservatory. His name was actually Michael. Also, he played the harp. So me and him were cool. We just had very different schedules. He's very kind of like to himself and shit like that. I am a very rambunctious. I like to get people involved. Like, oh, like we doing it? Da da da. Going to go to the calf, and he's like, very timid and shit like that. So I actually finessed it where I switched him out of the room for Niall. But our last day, we were like, yo, we're just gonna drink, have a good time, bro. I'm gonna get you drunk, and then we'll just do our separate ways and do it amicably. Cool. So I'm probably about 15 shots to Smirnoff Apple in. This is in the door. This is before I leave. On the way there, get there. I had a Four Loko on the way. Get to off the hookah. We know the bartender. So he used to serve us like Blue Depths, as we call it, but Blue Long Islands. So a couple of those were cool. I had a girl I was talking to from FU at the time. Shout out to Scoops. I was talking to her at the time. So it was me, Dave, Niall, and her. We all go have a good time. Long story short, I think I bumped into a dude once. They're nothing crazy. I'm not a confrontational type person. So I seen him I'll go in the bathroom. I see him trying to talk to her, the girl.
Ooh, okay.
And I don't know, hear the conversation, but I guess she's telling him pretty much, hey, I'm with da da da. So we are actually leaving. We parked by, there's a spot by this McDonald's off Broward Boulevard. I'm giving just local shit by Broward Boulevard. So we parked by this church. Maybe it's free parking. We always walk over. So to walk over, you have to back to the parking lot. You have to cross Broward. It's a major street. So Dave and Niall actually end up crossing first. So me and Sam were holding hands. I'm standing there and I feel a tap on my shoulder. And I turn around and some dude, and it's a dude from inside. He's like, yo, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, oh man, like we bumped into each other at the club earlier. I just want to make sure that you're okay. So I'm just like, okay, cool, bro. Like that at all. Like, not in my peripheral noticing there's like 8 dudes kind of like in the cup behind him. So I'm usually cognizant. I grew up in the hood. I'm always on fucking 10. So I just call me slacking. So he daps me up. I turn around, he daps me up. As soon as I turn around, I just feel like this hit. And I'm at this point, kid, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm hammered. So I'm looking at her, like, what the fuck did this girl just hit me? Like, what the hell is going on? And she's like, has your face right now, like, what? And
wait, hold on. I'm just trying to take in this scenario. So you're standing outside. The guy that asks you if you're chill is the one that socks you?
Yes. So yes, fucking sneaks me. So I turn around, say we're cool. He daps me up. I turn my back to him. Then I get punched. Then I like stumble a little bit. I'm looking around. She's like about to start crying. All you do is in her back or fucking laughing. He's looking at me laughing and shit like that. And I'm like, hell no. You're not getting off on me like that. That's not happening. At this point, Dave and Niall don't see it. They just start like, they can hear commotion. They're about to start coming over. So I'm like, nah, at this point, my boy, you gotta shoot me the fucking fair one. So we go in the parking lot. We actually start tossing in the parking lot for about 30 seconds. And the cops actually come, I guess somebody a call. So everybody just kind of goes to their car. Nothing really happened. Like, I'm like, you don't really see like cosmetically, I'm cool. But I'm in the car just like tears of like anger. Like, fuck, damn, dog, no. He fucking snuck me, da-da-da. Fuck, like I'm just I'm ready to go. So we get back to the dorms, go to sleep, everything's cool. I wake up in the morning, I have like blood in my mouth. So I'm thinking just that I bit my tongue or whatever. So I spit the blood out and I go in the shower to go take a shower. At this point, I'm just, like just trying to soak everything off and wash the sins away. Get in the shower, I turn the shower on super hot and I close the door. And I fucking, because I'm so dehydrated from the steam, I pass out. Yeah, so I pass out. All I remember was just turn on the shower. Niall, I wake up and Niall, shouts my fucking dog, picks me up. I'm butt ass naked, obviously. Picks me up, puts me on the fucking toilet. And he's like, yo, I already called. Like, damn, it's on the way. He's like, I'm just letting you know. He's like, yo, I'm going to get you clothes and shit like that and get you out of here. So we get in the car, get an ambulance, and they're doing shit, like all the tests and shit like that. They're telling me, like, originally they're telling me I have a regular heartbeat because of the fucking Four Locos. Because of all the shit I've been fucking drinking, I have a regular heartbeat. That's the fucking person. So the nurse comes in and they're like, what happened? They're telling the story what happened. And, okay, so they were like checking for the heartbeat. They're like, yo, sir, how often do you drink like this? And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yo, your blood alcohol content is like 3 times the level it fucking should be for a person your size. Granted, in school, I'm probably like 5'7", like a $140.
Did you tell them that they were?
Yeah, so I kept it a buck with her. I was just like telling her, I'm like, she was like, how often you drink like this? I was like, probably like Wednesday to Sunday. She was like, how long have you been? I was like, I've been doing it for like 3 years. She was like, and this is like your first time like having an issue. I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't have these issues. Like I go out, I'm always like to the party, have a good time. I was like, this is what happened. So then she was like, okay, cool. Like, and shit like this, we want to make sure that you don't have like a concussion. We need to do a scan, shit like that, da da da. So they do a scan, they come back, and they're like, yo, by the way, you have a broken jaw. And I realized that because Niall went to Checkers and he had got me a fucking fry, and I couldn't bite into the fry, but at the same time I bite into the fry is when the nurse comes in to talk to me. So I didn't really put two and two together yet. And then she's like, yo, you have a broken jaw. And I'm like, wait, what? So at this point, then it starts kicking in that my jaw isn't like, I can't shoot properly.
It's like out of place.
Yeah. So then I call so this is like my first like major surgery. So I'm calling my dad, I'm crying on the phone and shit like that. And shout out to him, like I said, stoic guy. He's like, yo, I'm on the first flight down. I got you. I'm on the way down. I'm like, damn, I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on. Da, da, da. So yeah, I was wire shut for 6 weeks. On some Kanye through the wire shut. I was wire shut for 6 weeks in the dorm. My dad used to torment me. He used to bring like KFC in the room because I couldn't fucking eat shit. So he's eating like fucking wings and fries in front of me and shit like that.
So how would you get nutrients?
This is the best part. The best part is, so the first like week, I was drinking Ensure, like the Ensure little protein shakes and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, these shit are fucking garbage. Just nasty. So I like crushed up like the Perch and shit like that. And I had to put in like applesauce and like drink it through a straw. So they gave me scissors. They gave me like emergency scissors you put on your wall. And they were like, yo, if there's any case of emergency, you can always cut yourself open. Because like sometimes what happens is we've had like accidental deaths because people would choke on their saliva or they throw up. And because like they can't open your mouth, you just choke on it and you die. So like, yo, we're going to give you these scissors. You need to cut yourself open for any reason. It's the right to. So first week was just Ensure. And then I was just Googling shit. I'm just like, yo, like I got to figure something out. So I came across this cookbook. And it was like, yo, you have a broken jaw, have no fear. You can still eat all your favorite foods. And then I remember it was like, ... hear me out. You have to blend them. And I'm like, what? And then the book is like, you're probably saying what right now? And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? And they were like, yo, all you have to do, whatever you want to eat, blend it up and you drink it. So like your favorite food. So I was like, yo, suggest you start with like pasta or something very easy that can be blendable. Like don't obviously get like fucking steak and potatoes and shit like that and try to grind it up. So I had chicken Alfredo. I'll never forget, like a gallon jug that you hold for like water people at the gym. So I used to fucking go to the calf, come back. I had a fucking huge ass blender, put all that shit in a blender, make a fucking puree, pour all that shit into a fucking huge gallon jug, and I would just drink my fucking meals. And Niall and Dave are looking at me. They're looking at me like, yo, I want to throw up watching you fucking drink this shit. And I got to the point like the first day, I was like, oh, okay, like it's not that bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because also I was like, I can't eat. So at this point, anything is fucking fabulous to me. So I'm drinking like anything in the calf, right in the blender. Soup, right in the blender. They did like Thanksgiving. It was like cranberry, ham, cranberry sauce, mac and cheese, all that shit in the blender. Drink it. And I would just walk around drinking shit for like the first 5 weeks. And then once they actually cleared me, they wanted me on a liquid diet. And I was just like, nah. So the first thing I had when I did my bid, when I got out, is I had a honey bun. So I love honey buns. Fun fact about me, I love honey buns. And the fun fact about honey buns, you can put them in the microwave open them and put them in the microwave for 8 seconds. So you go to the store, get your little Debbie honey buns, put it in the microwave, open it 8 seconds. It has to be 8 seconds. Doesn't matter your voltage in your microwave. Put it in for 8 seconds to eat it. So I did that, and I just ripped the slither off, and I had to put it in like the back of my mouth. And Niall was actually asleep when I got back from the doctor. So you could just feel like dissolve in the back of my mouth. And all you hear me like by the microwave was like, oh my God, oh, and you hear me moaning in the corner. And Niall wakes up like, yo, what the fuck are you doing right now next to me? Like, get away from me. I'm like, yo, my bad, I'm eating. Like,
What up?